Greetings everyone. Today is Sunday, April 27th, 2014. In this video, we're going to go look at the end of the 1,000-year millennium and see if there are any signs in the heavens. In Revelation chapter 20, the first thing that happens after the 1,000 years are expired is Satan is loosed out of his prison. And then sometime after that, we have the great white throne judgment. So at the end of the 1,000 years, we're going to go see what Saturn is doing at this point in time. And then sometime after that, we're going to look for something that might be a throne. When I do this count, I'm going to count from this sign. The 1,000 years should start very close, if not right on this sign. If we go to February 11th in 3021, Saturn is not doing anything. We also don't see anything that would be considered a throne until almost a year after this. In 3022, which is almost 1,001 years, we see this. Now this could be a throne, but I'm not really sure what this is. So that's what we see in the year 3021. But what if we used our 17-hour day and went 1,000 years into the future? We could then count from May 18th in 2021, Pentecost, and go 1,000 years into the future to Pentecost and see what's happening there. Now before we look out there to see what's there, we need to talk about this 7-hour shorter day. We don't know exactly how short this day is. Now if we count with an exact 7-hour day, that's going to wind up in about December. That's not where Pentecost is. I want to get 6 months before that in June. Now to be able to do that, this can't be an exact 7-hour shorter day. It needs to be 7 hours and 45 seconds shorter. Now changing these 7-hour days to 7 hours and 45 seconds is not going to change any of these day counts. But if we go 1,000 years into the future, having 45 seconds extra off those days, that's going to change it by 6 months. That will then make the 1,000 years go from Pentecost to Pentecost. So if we go 1,000 years into the future from Pentecost to Pentecost, that lands on June 6th in 2728. On this day, Saturn has just gone into retrograde motion and it looks like it's standing still. Over the next few days, Saturn starts moving back in retrograde motion this way. Now I believe this could represent Satan being in the pit and then being released. This happens in the constellation of the Goat or Capricorn. The star that Saturn is directly under does not have a name. Now if this could represent Satan coming out of the pit, then if we look maybe a few months into the future, we might find something that represents a throne. Now what I think I would want to look for would be something like the God's throne sign here, which would be the sun sitting within 4 of something. On August 26th in 2728, a little over 2.5 months after Saturn goes retrograde motion, we find this. Now I'm just guessing, but I think this could be in reference to the Great White Throne Judgment. Here is the same sign. I have turned it 90 degrees to the right so that I could show you this. It's another cross. And look, Venus, the bright morning star, Revelation 22:16, I am the bright morning star. Venus is on the cross again. Now I want you to notice the star that is down at the foot of the cross. This is Alphard. Alphard is a star in the constellation of Hydra. Hydra is a snake. The name Alphard is from the Arabic. It means solitary one. The European astronomer Tycho Brahe dubbed it Cor Hydrae, the heart of the snake. Here is Alphard, the heart of the snake. And here is the cross piercing the heart of the snake. This is the full sign. This is Leo the lion up here. Revelation 5:5 says Jesus is the lion from the tribe of Judah. Regulus is the king star. Venus represents Jesus up in the heavens, and what he did on the cross stabs the serpent right in the heart. Now I want to remind you what I believe this sign is telling us. This is the end of the 1,000 years in which Satan is defeated and thrown into hell. Does this sign fit with that? Now I also want to mention that even though it says August 26th here, if we're going by the 17-hour days, this sign actually shows up right in the middle of the Feast of Tabernacles.